waiting for your friends to come, please do sign in, fill in your attendance. Who else are we waiting for? Only a few of us only, kan? What is this? What? So do you have any class after mine? No. Okay. Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. So first things first, at first I have a different plan to do this morning. But then again, when I remembered how you answered your email semua tu kan, so I have to explain. Rasanya kalau tunjuk video tak puas. So hence I have to explain. So please people, for those of you who are online, please do refer to your Google Classroom. For those of you who have submitted and I have returned, so please do refer to your Google Classroom for the email. Have you brought your email? Teacher disuruh bawa email kan? Ke teacher? Okay, astaghfirullahaladzim. Sometimes you think about it, but you forgot to message, but you think you are at it. So, I already asked you to bring kan? Okay, go and take it in your bag. Teacher dia bagi kan? Because sometimes like when you have so many things going on in your mind, you kind of like, okay, rasanya dah hantar email, dah hantar message tapi tak hantar. It happens. Ada cuma. Bisa, ya. Yeah, I did. Please bring along your email assignment. Okay, so is this it? 2, 4, 5. Do we have anybody else? No. 2 more. Did you have any class before mine? Mm-hmm. So who else are we waiting for? Okay. Okay. So please do refer to your email, and we are going to explain for this hour. I am going to explain on how you can effectively answer your email question, your email task, as well as how you're able to gain more marks for your task 1. Okay, now, but first things first, have you people, those who are online, have you had your breakfast yet? Do you have any class after this?
Yes.
Are you people around? Are you people with me, or you're just online and you are God knows where you are? Umi Azurin, are you there?
Yes, madam.
Suhaida? If you can't voice message, then you can just message in chat. Christina Batrisha? Fazana terus left the meeting. Christina Batrisha? Okay. Anis Batrisha?
Yes,
Nadia?
madam.
Okay, alah sweet suara. Nadia, are you there? Harith Iskandar? Harith? Di manakah anak-anakku ini? Okay, there you are, darling. Why I say Harith Iskandar is like my favorite comedian yang botak. Huda? Nadia?
Yes, madam.
Suhaida? Okay, hello, darling. Huda, you are there? Tan Chani, are you there? Well done. Okay, now we're good. Okay, so this is very important. This hour is very important for you to understand because you refer to your email. Most of us only got a band 3. Kenapa band 3, teacher? Why can't I get more than band 3? So this is the hour for you to understand on how we can effectively answer our email question as well as how we can gain higher band for task fulfillment and our language marks. Okay, Izzy, Natasha. So I think internet connection is a bit slow and unstable in the hostel, is it? Okay, without wasting any more time, let's look at your question. Now, two four tak apa, nanti they will come. Okay, now this is the part where you have to understand the question, what the question wants you to talk about. Now, let's look at the parts of the paragraph first before we enter part by part. Now, if you notice in your email, in your assignment, I have written that as zero, not zero, O, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. What are all those things? What does it stand for? Now, if you look at the question, you will notice that there are 4 body paragraphs. 4 body paragraphs. So what does O indicate? O is opening. Opening, meaning, hi Emilia. If you have that hi Emilia, that is O. As simple as that. Now, 1A. What is 1A? First body paragraph. How was your weekend? First question, 1A. Did you go shopping with your mom? Second question, 1B. Now next, second body paragraph. Have you finished your homework? First question, 2A. And then please share with me your idea, 2B. If you answer that, that will be 2B. Now next, third body paragraph. But then again, you notice that for 3, it is 3A1 and 3A2. It is not 3A or 3B. What's the difference? Kenapa, teacher? Because in terms of 3, body paragraph T, it is asking for your 2 suggestions. It is not, there are no 2 questions in 3. It is just the same question. Can you help me with my project? You are given 2 suggestions. So the first suggestion is 3A1 and 3A2. It's the same question. There is no second question. There is no 3B. So hence that is why it is 3A1 and 3A2. You have to give 2 suggestions. And 4A. Do you think we can, if you look at this sentence here, do you think we can meet up so that I can ask you more questions? This is one sentence. However, there are 2 questions in this one sentence, which is, do you think we can meet up? 4A. So that I can ask you more questions. 4B. So that is what all those letters mean. O, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. Okay, understood, sayang? Do you understand?
Yes,
People
madam.
online, please respond. Okay?
Yes,
Thank you.
madam.
Thank you. Okay, now let's refer to the question. This is the part when you are given an email question, when you are given any questions, you really have to read and understand the instructions in order for you to go not out of topic. Kebanyakan anda go out of topic. For example, look at the instruction. Your English language teacher has given you a homework on how Malaysians celebrate National Day. How Malaysians celebrate National Day. And that is what you're supposed to be highlighting on how Malaysians celebrate National Day. Bukannya how you can improve your English language. Tak ada pun. Dia kata your English language teacher je. Tak ada pun kata pasal how do you improve your English language. It's wrong. So this is the part where when you're given a question, you really have to highlight the focus of the instruction. How Malaysia celebrate National Day. So faham soalan betul-betul highlight. Janganlah highlight the whole thing. For those of you who are online, teacher has already highlighted for you in your task sheet, kan? So refer to that. And then secondly here is you and your classmate need to present this information in class. To present this information in class. So when you explain the suggestions to help Amelia and you explain how you yourself want to present in class, the scenario of your explanation has to be an in-class presentation. Masalahnya, most of you wrote on how Malaysians celebrate National Day secara umum, generally. Malaysians celebrate National Day by going to Dataran Merdeka for the marching parade and all those things. That is general statement. How do you present all those information in class presentation? That is why most of us only got a band 3 because you did not fulfill the task clearly. Faham? So, present that information in class, the scenario, the environment of which you are supposed to be explaining, which you are supposed to be developing your body paragraph is based on in class punya presentation. Understand that concept. Okay? That is it. So that is it. Now, this is the part where you can see this now. Tu jauh sangat sayang. Duduk sini. I can see. Okay? Refer to your email. Now, this is the part where the word here say presents. Now, you have understood. Oh, nak kena elaborate this email must be based on present in class. So, this is the part where you start listing down. You can take out, you can at least jot down some notes, sayang. Orang nanti ngantuk kan, you have to write something. You can, again, whatever that I explain later, you write down in your assignment, okay? So this is the part where when you see the word present this information. Now, the question comes to mind, teacher, how do I ensure that what I'm writing, how I'm answering is fulfilling the requirement of the task? Number one, obviously, look at this instruction to present this information in class. Now, then you look at the email. Part 2, I know that you already had an idea of what to present. Present lagi for our English language project. The second one, I have no idea of what to present. Present lagi. Do you understand? So from here, you should have the idea that, oh, this is when we as a student do presentations in class. So soalan jelas ketara in class presentation. Now, once you have understood the assignment, saying that, oh, this is a presentation in class, then you list down the verbs, kata kerja yang sewaktu dengannya. The words which in a way has the same meaning as presentation. Now, this is where we can gain higher band for language. For example, jawab soalan ni. I know that you already have an idea of what to present in class. Okay, Emilia, my idea here is I plan to present about traditional attires in Malaysia. And then dia nak jawab soalan Emilia, suggest tu. I have 2 suggestions for you to present. Number one, firstly, you can present about Malaysian foods. Okay. Now, secondly, you can present about how Malaysians decorate their cars and their homes with flags. However, I will be presenting. I will present. You can present. Firstly, you present about this. Secondly, you present about this. Present. Perkataan yang sama. Where is the varied vocabulary? Di manakah kepelbagaian kosakata? Because we are aiming to gain higher band for language. So if you're using the same words for I will present about this, firstly you can present about A, but secondly you can present about B. There is no varied vocabulary. Tak ada kepelbagaian kosakata. So hence your language will only, for your language marks will only be basic marks, which is band 3. So how can we go beyond band 3, teacher? So you list down the words which are synonymous to present. Contohnya. It's a bit slow. Okay. Contohnya, Emilia, I will be presenting about traditional clothes in Malaysia. Firstly, you can share about the different kind of food that we have in Malaysia. Secondly, you can explain about how Malaysians always decorate their homes and their cars with our Malaysian flags. So as you can see, we have the word present, we have the word share, we have the word talk about, ataupun explain. 3 perkataan, 3 different verbs being used to describe the same thing, and hence you can gain higher band for language. Do we understand? So you list down, it is about presentation, you list down present. So you list down the words or the verbs that is associated, that is synonymous with the word present. So we can use the word talk about, share, explain, and create a TikTok video or slides. Now, this is the part where some of my students wrote, you can create a TikTok video on Malaysian history. You can create. The verb being used is you can create. But how are you going to show that TikTok video in class? Tak jelas. You understand? So you have to have the verb to show. You can create a TikTok video on Malaysia's history and you can show it through the LCD projector. Baru betul, baru jelas, baru boleh dapat markah for 3A1 contohnya. Because the question clearly shows that you need to present the information in class. So most of us hanya generally say, Malaysia celebrate by going to Dataran Mereka. Malaysia celebrate by decorating. Malaysian. But how do you present those information in class? Faham tu? Okay, sayang? So that is what it means. So this is the part where you need to make it clear. If you're representing in class, understand the scenario of what you should be explaining or what you should be elaborating on. Okay? Now next. So far so good? Now we are moving. Okay. Now we are moving towards that part. Okay. So that is only okay. Daniel asked, teacher, should they're given a question and kita kena huraikan ke idea tu? Okay, now we are moving to the body part. Okay, now we are moving parts by parts. Instruction, macam mana nak jawab instruction? Clear? Kenapa sayang? She's lost. Huh? Tak apa. Because if she were to come pun dah lambat, she can enter via Google Meet je. No problem. Duniawi semata-mata. So will she be coming? If she's being late, it's okay. Tell her she can just come via Google Meet aja. Dia lupa. Okay, so far? Okay, bahagian instruction dah clear. Macam mana nak fokus on the instruction. Alhamdulillah. Remember, sama juga macam speaking test. Sama juga macam speaking test lah. You really have to read the instruction. When you explain, when you elaborate on the point, you need to refer back to the instruction. That's why I want 1 more hour. A18 rugi 1 jam dengan teacher. So I need 1 more hour. Okay, we'll figure that out later. Okay, now next. Okay, Niha, this is an email from Amelia. Subject SOS help needed. Now, this is the part ramai yang confused, misunderstood. So as you can see here, hi Patsy. So from this question, you don't say, when you sign off the email, your answer, you don't sign it off as Abu Bakar. By Abu Bakar, by Daniel, by Ainiyana. No. You refer to the email. Who are you? You are Patsy. Hi Patsy. So that means even though you're Daniel, you're a male, tapi the answer says you are Patsy, so you become Patsy. Okay, Daniel? The same goes for whom are you supposed to be referring to? Hi, Emilia is sending you this email. This is an email sent by Emilia, which you should be responding to. So your opening should be hi Emilia. Bukannya hi Mamat ke, hi Iqmal ke, hi Faizurin ke. No. So whatever names that you are supposed to be comes from hi Patsy ke, hi Michael ke, and all those things. Faham? The same goes for this one. By Patsy later on. Hi Amelia. So whatever names that is on top of that, that is who you are going to be. So even though you're a female, tiba-tiba dia kata hi Michael, so you have to imagine yourself as a male. Okay, you can't say, oh, I went shopping, girly shopping with my mom. Ni lelaki Michael. So you have to understand the task fulfillment. Okay. Now that is it. Now question from a subject, teacher kena tulis ke? Tak payah tulis. It's optional. So if you ask me, for me personally, abaikan. Just write hi Emilia. Because sometimes you can, if you want to write tak apa. Tapi there are some of my candidates, my students, yang dia tulis subjek, dia kosongkan subjek dia. Dah awkward. So either you write this or you just ignore it straight away. Faham? Okay. Now next. Hi Patsy. You answer hi Amelia. Dapat meaning you do have your opening for an email. Now first part, how was your weekend? So this is the question that comes to mind. In order for you to gain a higher band for task fulfillment, you have to respond to all questions. And you have to respond to all statements in the question. What do I mean by that? Okay, we'll go through part by part. Paragraph 1, part 1. How was your weekend? If a candidate were to answer, how was your weekend? My weekend was great. Did you go shopping with your mom? No, I did not go shopping with your mom. Nanti korang happy. Saya dah menjawab soalan. Do you get a band 5 plus? No, you don't. If you just answer basically, then your marks will be basic as well. So if you just answer specifically as, how was your weekend? It was great. Did you go shopping with your mom? No, I did not go shopping with my mom. You will only get a band 3 sahaja, average marks. So how do we gain the extra marks to effectively answer the email? Number 1, how was your weekend? You have to answer it specifically. My weekend was great. My weekend was boring. My weekend was amazing. But then again, you have to explain how amazing was it? How boring was it? Why was it boring? And how great was it? It has to be explained in detail. My weekend was amazing because for the first time in forever, I went to eat a Korean food at Bubuyo Mid Valley. It tastes delicious. I had bibimbap and it was the best that I've ever tasted in my life. That was amazing to you. Yeah, I know. I'm hungry. I haven't had my breakfast yet. That's why I'm thinking of food. Okay. Now, if you were to say, my weekend was boring. Why was it boring? My weekend was boring because I spent my whole weekend doing assignments. Nampak jelas ketara memang bosan. So you have to explain. Don't just say it was great. What introduction? Which introduction? Oh, okay, this is the part. Compare to a... okay, I think I understand. Okay, compare to candidate A. Candidate A hanya menjawab, my weekend was great because my weekend was great because I went hiking in Gunung Ledang, contohnya. We explain. But before that, if tu candidate A punya jawapan, candidate B punya jawapan pula, hi Amelia, how are you? Thank you for your lovely email. It's so good to hear from you. I missed you so much. Introduction kan, Christina? Kan? Yang tanya tu Christina kan? Kan? Siapa yang tanya? Jenny. Itulah Christina. Okay, so compared to candidate B, hi Amelia, how are you? Thank you for the lovely, it's not lovely, ni soalan kan, minta tolong. Thank you, I haven't heard from you from such a long time. I hope you are in the pink of health. Ramai yang tulis in the pink. Kau ingat apa? Blackpink? No, you have to have a full phrase. I hope you are in the pink of health. Okay, not in the pink. Ingat ayat pink apa? No. So that is candidate B, yang dia ada introduction. I hope you're in the pink of health. How's your mom? How's your family? Those are all introduction. Yes, my weekend was amazing. What about yours? That is what you mean by introduction. So candidate A dan candidate B, siapa yang akan dapat markah lebih tinggi? Obviously candidate B, because candidate B makes the email more relatable, more meaningful. Tapi jangan lupa untuk menjawab soalan, which is, how was your weekend? My weekend was amazing. Okay, Christina, does that answer to your question? Oh, I love reading your email. It wasn't your email. There are a few good emails from A18, cuma tak menjawab soalan aja. Well done, Christina. Okay? So, where was I? So, explain. Did you go shopping with your mom? Now, if you refer to the right side of the question, these are the notes. Now, your answer, suppose in the notes it says no. So, your answer, did you go shopping with your mom? Your answer is supposed to say no. I did not go shopping with my mom. And then you have to explain why. Why? Because suddenly my brother had fallen sick because apa, it all depends on your own creativity on how to answer and explain why you didn't go shopping with your mom. So that is a no. Ada a few of you who wrote, yes, I went shopping with your mom, with my mom. I had a lovely time. Be careful, people. Understand the task carefully. Now, there are a few of you who didn't get a 1A because you answered, how was your weekend? My weekend, if you just answered, my weekend was filled with just completing the assignments. Is that answering to the question, how was your weekend? Tidak. That is just explaining your weekend. You have to be specific in answering the weekend. My weekend was boring because it was spent. It was spent by completing the assignments. That is considered as an explanation sahaja. It is not answering to the question of how was your weekend. Faham? Okay. Now next, satu part aja tu banyak nak kena explain. Now the question, how was your weekend? So your answer should be in the present tense or in the past tense. Exactly. Pandai. Semua jawab pas. Tapi bila jawab soalan, my weekend is going on fine. Present tense. So understand. Benda ni nampak macam basic, macam simple. Present, past, present, but it gives a huge impact to your language marks. So tengok, how was your weekend? So your answer is supposed to be in the past tense. My weekend was fine. Okay? Now next, have part 1 faham how to score? Okay? How to effectively answer. Okay, now next, part 2. Have you finished your homework? Should you answer this in present tense or past tense? Pas. Pas. Semua kata pas. Kenapa pas? Because the word finished. Online, is it present or past? You people are being considered
Present.
past tense. Izlin pun past. Syamil pun past.
Yes.
Okay. Because why past tense?
Sebab tu Amelia, finish it tu ada ed tu.
Oi, bukannya finish it. Finished.
Finish dia.
Okay, finish. Okay, so this is the part. Have you finished your homework? And kita kata past tense. Silap. It is supposed to be in the present tense. Why? Tengok soalan. Have you finished? Bukannya had you finished. Tapi teacher kan finished. Kan ada perkataan finish tu. Kan past tense tu teacher. Kenapa? This is the part where this is have indicating apa-apa soalan yang dia punya verb in the beginning is like for example, did you? So your answer must be in the past tense because did is the past tense for the word do. Okay, had you, that is past tense for the word have. But here in the question it says have you finished? So why isn't it a past tense, teacher? This is what you call as present participle tense. Bermaksud, the question is referring to the situation, the current situation sekarang, tapi benda tu dah selesai ke belum? Compared to had you finished, past participle tense. Bermaksud, benda yang telah berlaku di masa yang lepas, in the past, and it is not happening again anymore. Do we understand? So the answer that you should be answering to is present participle tense. Yes, I have maksudnya sekarang, situasi sekarang. I have finished my homework. Do we understand? So this is referring to present participle tense. Benda tu dah siap dan benda yang dah siap tu berlaku pada zaman sekarang in this present current situation. So hence we call it as present participle. Do we understand online? Do we understand saya? Clear? So everything comes from the pangkal ayat tu. Pangkal soalan have ke, had ke, did ke, whatever. Jangan tengok saja, jot down the notes. Nanti kan lupa balik. Okay anak-anak? Okay, now have you finished your homework? Now this is the part where it depends on you how you want to answer. Yes, I have finished my homework, Amelia. Itu jawapan yang paling skema badut lah orang kata. Paling skema, paling simple. But you want to be extra. You want to get higher band for task fulfillment. Oh, Amelia, you know me. I don't like to procrastinate. Of course, I have finished my homework. Contohnya, compared to a candidate who just write it as, yes, I have finished my homework. So, ada perbezaan on how you are able to gain higher band for language. You have to understand, this is informal email. Kalau anda dengan rakan-rakan anda, you with your friends, do you answer it schemally, rigidly? No, yes, I have finished my homework. Of course I have. Mesti korang macam poyo kan. Of course I have finished. You know me. Kan? I will never procrastinate. This is the part where you use the word procrastinate, because usually candidates will be using the word delay ataupun tangguh-tangguh. So procrastinate. Okay, Procrastinate. Procrastinate. Now, okay, that is 2A. So if you manage to answer this, then lagi satu. You need to answer the question specifically. For example, if you were to say, have you finished your homework? Yes, I have done it. Your answer is yes, I have done it. Now, what is the it referring to? What is the it referring to? Even though we know that you are answering to the task, but in terms of answering in an email too, from the examiner's point of view, what is the it referring to? So hence, in order for you to be safe, you have to answer it specifically. Yes, I have finished I have finished my homework. Kena jelas. Jangan kata it ke they ke, ataupun tiba-tiba ada juga teacher dapat yes. What is the yes referring to? Say yes to the dress. What is the yes referring to? You have to answer it specifically, okay? Can we gonna, wanna, gotta? Informal language. This is an informal email. In a way, boleh. Okay? Tapi there's a big but there. There's a big but. I don't suggest. Even though this is an informal language, I don't suggest. Gonna, wanna, gotta, all those are called colloquialism, conversational language. Walaupun dikata boleh, dibolehkan due to conversational language, but I wouldn't encourage you to, because different examiners, they are humans after all, they may perceive it differently. So kadang-kadang pukul 3, 4 pagi marking, gonna, salah. Wanna go salah. Tapi examiner tu lupa this is a informal language. So you can, but I don't encourage it. Okay, Christina? Thank you for the question. Okay, now next. I know that you already had an idea of what to present for our English language project. Now again, in order for you to gain more marks for task fulfillment, you have to respond to all statements. Walaupun bukan soalan, to all statements. So I know that you already had an idea. So this is the part you respond. Jangan hanya jawab, I already have an idea, which is apa-apa. No, you have to respond. For example, contohnya, have you finished your homework? Yes, I have finished my homework. My idea to present. Terus my idea to present. But you did not forget. You did not respond to, I know that you already had an idea. So how can we respond to this? Of course, you know me too well, Amelia. Of course, I have an idea already on what to present. I had my mother's help. I asked for my brother's help. That is where you explain further to make your email more relatable and more meaningful. Do we understand? So this is the part you need to respond to make your email more interesting, more meaningful, and more relatable. Now, can please share with me? Tell Amelia. Ni ramai yang confused because ramai yang macam combine part 3 dengan part 2 together. Ramai yang confused. So when it says please share with me, refer back to the question. I know you already had an idea. So you have to share your idea with Amelia. I plan to present about traditional attires in Malaysia. That is what you as Patsy going to present in class. It is not. For those of you who use the word we, kami, that is wrong subject. Because as you can see, this is your idea as Patsy. That part is your suggestion to give Amelia. Tak ada group work project. It is not a pair work project. Dengan tiba-tiba ada satu dua yang cakap this is a group work project, right? Mana tulis? Tak ada tulis. Suka hati kamu saja buat soalan sendiri. No. Okay. So as you can see, refer back to the question. It says what is your idea? Meaning I am going to present about what, and suggest 2 ideas. You can present about this. Contohnya. Understand the question correctly. Ramai yang tulis we can do this, we can do that, we can do all. No, salah. So understand the questions correctly, carefully. Okay? Clear? Now next. So that is how we get our extra marks for a task fulfillment. Now we move on to, so tell Emilia, meaning that you are informing. Again, so how you write your body paragraph. Kalau dia bagi 3 body paragraph, then your email has to be 3 body paragraph. You have to follow the flow of the question. Kalau dia bagi 4 body paragraph, then your email is supposed to have 4 body paragraphs. Okay, now next. As for me, to be honest, I have no idea of what to present on how we celebrate our National Day. Should you ignore that? Now, you can ignore, but then again, you won't be getting a higher band for task fulfillment. Nah. So this is the part where, as for me, to be honest, I have no idea of what to present on how we celebrate National Day. How can you respond to that? Macam mana kita nak respond? We want to gain a higher band for language. How can we respond?
Imagine that
I beg your pardon? I have no idea of what to present on how we celebrate our National Day. How can we respond to that statement? Boleh sahaja if you want to ignore. You can just ignore. But then again, will you be getting a higher band for language? No. How can we respond? Give me an idea. Macam mana? Macam mana? Kita nak gain a higher band ni for task fulfillment. Anyone? Christina, Izlin, Umi? I have no idea of what to present on how we celebrate our National Day. I have no idea. So how? I heard something. So what can we do to respond? Now this is the part. What is the tone of Emilia? Perasaan teacher ke teacher dengar bunyi-bunyian? Memang ada kan? Okay, kita abaikan. Okay, so as you can see, what is the tone of this? What is Emilia's tone? What is her tone? Sedih, takut, risau? As for me, to be honest, so this is the part where how can you pacify Emilia? Pacify, P-A-C-I-F-Y. Teacher nak tukar kepada Word document tu, tapi kan lembab nak mampu dia kan. So P-A-C-I-F-Y, pacify, which means pujuk. You need to pacify your friend, you need to pacify your girlfriend, you need to pacify your boyfriend. Okay, so this is the part pacify. So as you can see, she sounds worried. So how can you pacify Emilia? Use the tahu kataan ni, use it in your essay, email, or even in your speaking test, if you can put it anywhere. Okay, now pacify. How can we answer? Your friend is telling you, to be honest, I have no idea of what to present on how we celebrate our National Day. So how can you respond? How can you pacify Emilia yang risau ni? Sempat. Do you have a class after this? Okay, kalau terlebih sikit tak apa kan? Okay, how can you pacify?
You don't have to worry since I can give you a hand on how to present this project.
Well done, Sarah Akila. This is the part kan sayang. There is no wrong or right answer. It depends on you. There is no one answer on how you should answer it. So jangan risau. Just relax. I know when you are with your friends, you will have a lot to say. So this is the part where chill. When you're given the question, how are you going to answer it? Relax. There's so many answers. There's so many ways for you to answer. Sarah Akila, can I Sarah Akila?
You don't have to worry since I can give you a hand on how to present this project.
Can you hear it, people? No, dia tak dengar. Come here. There are so many ways for you to answer, so jangan takut. It is all your own answer. Okay, this is an example from Sarah Akila. Okay? Yeah. Dia tak dengar. Ya, daripada muka teacher dia dah bosan.
You don't have to be worried since I can give you a hand on how to do this project for our English language project.
Can you hear that? Onliners, can I say that? Can you hear that, darlings?
Yes.
So you can just jot that down. So one of the way is you don't have to worry. As for me, to be honest, I have no idea. So you pacify Amelia. Macam mana anda nak pujuk kawan anda? How are you going to pacify your friend? You don't have to worry. Obviously, I have no idea. I am here to help you. We are best friends anyway, kan contohnya. So this is how do you respond to that? There are no wrong answers. You just respond to that as how you want to respond, and inshallah you'll be gaining higher band for task fulfillment. So simple, so simple. So I have no idea what to present on how we celebrate our National Day. Pacify your friend depending on how you want to pacify. And then can you help me as I want to do well for this project? Tengok soalan ni. I want to do well for this project. Respond to this statement. But of course, I also want you to do well. For example, of course, I want you to do well. So these are my two suggestions. Hopefully, I am able to help you with these suggestions. Contohnya, so you give the teacher. Firstly, jangan lupa anak-anak, because the question asks you to give two suggestions. Suggest two. So hence you give us two suggestions. And in order for you to gain higher band for language and organization, you have to indicate clearly. Firstly, you can talk about A. Secondly, you can talk about B. Tapi don't just say it. You have to explain A tu macam mana. Kenapa? Why are you suggesting A? Why are you suggesting B? Why should it be very important for you to suggest? So that is how you gain higher band for task fulfillment, where you are able to elaborate, explain clearly on why Amelia should present about these two topics. Do we understand, darlings? Clear? Thank you for responding, Hakimi. So this is the part where markah your band 3, 4, 5 for task fulfillment comes from your 2B, meaning you explaining your idea. Markah your 3, 4, 5 and 5 plus comes from 3A1, 3A2. Kalau tiga-tiga ini tak ada ataupun out of topic, so you can't get a band 4. Memang susah nak melangkau band 4. Siapa yang dapat low band 4 tu adalah kerana your language. Okay? Now next. Okay, next. Lastly, honestly, I am very worried. Should you ignore? You can ignore. But then again, we target to gain higher band for task fulfillment. So honestly, I am very worried. So now how can we respond to that? You can ignore, but then again, you won't be getting higher band for task fulfillment. So honestly, anybody online, tadi dah ada physical class dah menjawab. Online? Do not be worried. Okay. Do not worry, I will give you same tip. Tip apa? Can I write that? Can, but let me correct the error there. Do not be worried. Kena ada comma, okay? Your punctuation must be correct. Do not be worried, Amelia. I will. Kenapa same tip, Hakimi? Tip. Unless you mentioned earlier, previously, some. Spelling. Okay. I will give you some. Bukan tip Hakimi. Because the question here says suggest to. No, definitely untuk soalan lain. Suggest to. So this is the part where I say, do not be worried, Amelia. I will give you some suggestions. Or do not be, yang perkataan do not be worried to the sentence structure, it has to be do not be worried. I will give you some suggestions. Do not, yang ni, this is the part yang suggestion sudah. I'm sorry, bukan macam tu. Jawapannya would be, honestly, I am very worried. So this is the part. where you play around to attract the examiner's attention. Imagine as an examiner marking the same 200 skip of an essay of an email. So this is about, do not be worried, Amelia. What are friends for? Boleh kan? So simple. What are friends for? You are my bestie anyway. Boleh juga. Or you can just play around and have fun by saying, do not worry, Amelia. I will always be there to help you. I can always help you. We are best friends anyway, even though you stole my boyfriend. Ha ha ha. Contohnya. Teacher, can we write that? Ha ha ha. Siapa kata tak boleh? Boleh, because this is an informal language. Tapi you don't write LOL lah. The SMS language, apa LOL, RT, RN, apa benda semua tu. No. Yes, Ainiana has a question. Chill, Amelia. Macam tu. Boleh? Because this is, understand, this is an informal language. Tapi janganlah macam, tadi siapa cakap? Christina cakap yang gonna, wanna, itu boleh sebenarnya. But then again, I don't advise. Because again, when an examiner marks on 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m., it's going to be a bit of a problem there. Okay. So if you want to say, chill, Amelia, this is just an English assignment, boleh je. Yang penting you respond to this part. Honestly, I am very worried. So imagine, like for me personally, if you ask me, if I were to mark it at 3 a.m., tiba-tiba I've been reading like 20 other scripts of email. It's basically the same thing. Tengok apa bezanya how you respond, candidates respond. And if I were to read, even something such as that, I will always be there. We are besties anyway. Even though you stole my boyfriend, ha ha ha, or even though you stole my crush, ha ha ha. Obviously tengah ngata-ngata, mesti tersekar mata. So this is the part where we say you play psychology, because the examiners, they are reading the same question on how candidates respond to the script. It's basically the same thing. But how do you attract the examiner's attention to ensure that you are able to be different from the other candidates? It is how you respond to certain tasks. I know it is just a test, tapi it doesn't mean that you cannot include your own personality into the email. Tapi kena tengok juga, okay, anak-anak, be careful. This is informal email. Tiba-tiba formal email to your boss, korang jawab macam tu. Astaghfirullahaladzim, please don't. Understand the theme. If it's a formal email, then obviously the language, how you respond would be more formal and more respectful. But if it's just with your friends, you just have fun with it and entertain the examiner when they mark your email or letter, either or. Clear? Everybody clear?
Yeah, madam.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for responding, Islin. Okay, now next. Do you think we can meet up for A so that I can ask you more questions for B? So this is the part where if you were to say definitely we can meet up. Okay? But then again, it's very simple average answer. So what you can say here is definitely we can meet up. We haven't seen each other for such a long time. Why don't we meet each other at Starbucks in wherever you are, in Mid Valley, contohnya. So that is more relatable. It is more meaningful. The response is more interesting. So hence you can gain a higher band for task fulfillment. Now last will be so that I can ask you more questions. Ramai yang tak jawab, so that I can ask you more questions. Be careful, sayang. So later on, in our future emails or letters, which we are going to have in the future before MUET test, okay? Refer to the question. Even though it is only one sentence, in that one sentence, obviously it can have two questions, such as this. Can we meet up? And can I ask you more questions? So make sure that you fulfill the requirements of the question. So can I ask you more questions? When we meet up, you can ask as many questions as you want, Emilia. Contohnya, respond to that 4B. Okay? Now next, let me know soon. Hope to hear from you soon. Bye, Patsy. Bye, Patsy. You are Patsy. Okay? Understand that you are not Ikmal, you are not Mamat, you are not Faizuddin, you are Patsy. C. Okay? So whomever that is presented, that is what you write. So question, teacher, boleh ke tulis panjang-panjang? You refer to the instruction. Write a reply of at least 100 words. Dia kata at least 100 words. Sekurang-kurangnya 100 patah perkataan. Dia tak kata maximum of 100 words. No. Okay, do we understand that? So yeah, you can write more tapi jangan panjang sangat sampai you annoy the examiner. That's all I have to say. Okay, any questions? No. So this is the part where this is how you effectively answer an email question or even a letter later on. You need to respond. In order for you to get a higher band, you need to respond to all questions and statements. Pernyataan. Even though as simple as honestly, I am very worried. That is where you can play around with the language to attract the examiner's attention. Okay, now supposedly for this hour, my plan was for you to write an essay within 15 minutes because teacher not mark and I want to return it to you before PSPM ends. However, plan bertukar because of how most of my students answered the email. So for me, if I were to give the video, macam tak puas. So this is the part where I say, can I meet you? I only want 50 minutes, Jer, of your time. Can I meet you, okay? Where just 50 minutes on that time, that hour, I'll give you the question, I'll post the question, and then we time ourselves 50 minutes, dalam 50 minit, apa benda yang anda boleh tulis, what you can write, and then later on, yang ketua siapa? Daniel Daniel and Sarah Akila. Dan Sukatila. Daniel ambil kutip essay daripada the boys, and Sarah Akila kutip the essay from the girls. Okay, 50 minit aja. Because when I marked the muat, I got 200 scripts, 200 script tu, most half of it weren't able to finish the essay. So we, by hook or by crook, we have to time ourselves to write an essay within 50 minutes. Okay, any questions? Have we understood clearly on how to effectively answer or respond to an informal email? Yes. Now we know where we are able to target a higher band, yes? And now we have understood on how to understand the instructions, yes? So if there are no more questions, what is going to happen here is, it depends on you. If you think that you can do better for the email that you do not like your band 3 or low band 4, you can rewrite or redo the same email question and submit it to me. Because if you're in quarantine, then you can ask Sarah Akila ke siapa-siapa yang ada kat sini, Aini Yana ke, to help take the your email, and then they can contact teacher and they can give it to me, either or you can wait for the second email. But whatever it is, I will be posting the sample band 5 and 5 plus essay so that you can compare your email with a band 5 and 5 plus. Okay, sayang? So if there are no questions, you have nothing going on after this? Okay, so teacher ada belanja the breakfast for this morning. Yang siapa yang online ni, the boys can distribute to the boys block and the girls can distribute to the girls block. Okay, so yeah, breakfast will be provided this morning. So yeah, all the best for your test. Thank you for being wonderful students. A18 between my okay, tak boleh compare. A18 has been wonderful. Well done. May you be blessed always. Oh, your battery is running low. May you be blessed with success and good health always. And semoga cemerlang, insyaAllah, in MUAT as well as yang paling dekat PSPM. Amin, insyaAllah. Semoga dipermudahkan segala urusan dan ilmu diberkati, insyaAllah. So yeah, breakfast will be provided. Jangan stress, okay, anak-anak. For PSPM, you can do it. After PSPM, you people are all mine where we'll be having our intensive white classes. Don't worry, I won't be having a mass lecture, no. Because obviously kalau nak tanya soalan ke apa mesti segan kan. So hence I will be doing individual white classes. A18 aja so that you can ask me anything. Okay. So are there any questions from onliners? All the best, okay? Have a great day ahead. Have a great weekend ahead. Have a great study leave ahead. Great study leave. Okay. Okay. And all the best in your PSPM. Jangan stress. If you think that it's difficult, then it will be difficult. Remember, you are who you think you are. If you think that is going to be simple, you can answer it. Inshallah, Allah akan pemudahkan. God will ease it for you. So most importantly is for you to always be positive, think positive, and kena usaha. Jangan kata stress, tapi tak buat apa-apa. Tak belajar, main game, tengok Netflix and all those things. Okay. You understand who you are first. So if there are no questions, so later on, the girls will be distributing the food to the girls, and the boys will be distributing to the boys. Okay. So, korang ni senyap sangat ni, risau teacher. Am I talking to myself or something? Respond.
Okay, madam, ada ni.
Okay, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Bye, madam.
Alhamdulillah. Hiya. Okay, so if there are no more questions, I'll see you when I say take care, darlings. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, miss.
Oh, bila bye korang respond.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you, Miss.
Welcome. Recording. So yeah, no, the food will be at Pak Gad because I didn't order from inside. So but I'm sure you'll be bored of the food inside, kan? So I'll order it from out.